As Lin Luo remembers Guo Tao's last words about his talent being cursed, he placed his forehead in one hand, took a deep breath, and calmed himself. I've been given a second chance at life. I can't die obscurely like this. Every talent is supposed to help its host. I've never heard of a talent harmful to its owner. There must be some detail I'm overlooking. And with that, he analyzed the future diary's content meticulously, questioning who Celestial Master Luyu was and why he would want to kill someone he didn't even know. And if I really did fight him, why would I only summon Dark Emperor? Lin Luo then summoned Master of Wishes for assistance and instructed the future diary to continue with simulated future. The diary started simulating again. I am Lin Luo. When you read this, I am already dead. Before my second visit to the Tomb of Tears, I saw a young man emerging from the mist and immediately summoned two substitutes. Wait a minute, why would I have two substitutes? When both Dark Emperor and Master of Wishes appeared, the opponent was clearly surprised. However, after a brief exchange, Master of Wishes collapsed due to enduring wishes beyond his limit, and Dark Emperor was suppressed. The lightning from the sky struck and killed me again. After reading the contents of the diary, Lin Luo was surprised to find that the content had changed since the last time. At this moment, the Master of Wishes also discovered a flaw in the future diary. He respectfully said, "Respected Master, generally, each player only has one talent and one substitute. The future diary is, after all, only an S-class substitute. Without summoning the rest of the substitutes, it will only make inferences based on common sense." Lin Luo thought that what the Master of Wishes said made a lot of sense. His own situation was extremely special, something unheard of even in the future. Realizing this, Lin Luo immediately summoned all the substitutes and initiated a new round of inference. My name is Lin Luo. When you see this sentence, I have already died. When I, knowing the future, once again arrived at the secret realm Tomb of Tears, I decided to go all out with a surprise attack. Wait, why do I have 5 substitutes? The opponent is the strongest enemy I have encountered since my rebirth. I knew if I didn't give it my all, I would definitely die. So I directly merged Dark Emperor and Lady Kagaya, combined with Charming Queen's illusion, and with the control of Master of Wishes and Green Goblin, we launched an attack. After a tough battle, I still lost. I still couldn't match the young Celestial Master Luyu. I still died under the thunder from the heavens. An SSS-class substitute and talent are just too terrifying. At this point, Lin Luo's face turned very grim after seeing this outcome. He didn't expect that 5 S-class substitutes couldn't beat a single SSS-class substitute. He immediately ordered Dark Emperor to punch him. Since 5 substitutes weren't enough, he would add another one. Made by the huge fist wind of Dark Emperor, Savior appeared behind Lin Luo, directly blocking Dark Emperor's attack. Lin Luo ignored the 2 clashing substitutes behind him and had the future diary make another inference. However, the results still ended in failure. The several substitutes were defeated one after another, and he himself died due to a shattered heart. After seeing this outcome, Lin Luo felt somewhat desperate, like experiencing a crushing defeat. Is there really no way? Do I really have to temporarily retreat and not go to gather energy? Although gathering energy seems insignificant compared to my life, I can't just keep running away. Lin Luo turned to Master of Wishes and ordered, Master of Wishes, I need to know what strategy can defeat Luyu. Hearing this, Master of Wishes immediately flipped through the Book of Wishes, which continues to shimmer with dazzling light. After a moment, he respectfully said, Respected Master, the last hope lies in the yet-to-be-born fetal movement. Without hesitation, Lin Luo summoned the substitute fetal movement and then activated his talent Simulated Future. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I am still alive. I didn't choose to ambush, but decided to fight Luyu openly and fairly. Although he is much stronger than the average SSS-class Talon Awakener, I am not worried because I already have a surefire way to win. During this battle, when Luyu summoned his substitute, I immediately chose an emotion as the incubating source for the fetal movement. With this powerful emotion, my 8th substitute was finally born. I won this battle, but unfortunately, Luyu, that cunning guy, managed to escape. I didn't find out his reason for coming to kill me, but I had an unexpected huge gain from this battle. Although this battle consumed a lot of stored energy compared to the final gain, I know it was all worth it. Knowing the outcome in advance, I am already looking forward to this battle. After reading the result, Lin Luo looked at the fetal movement in his hand with some joy. The future was finally changed, and the key was the incubation of the fetal movement in his hand. But what emotion should he choose as the source for incubating the fetal movement? After pondering for a moment, A hint of cold light flashed in Lin Luo's eyes. He turned to Master of Wishes and asked, "Master of Wishes, can you find a way to kill Lu this time?" Master of Wishes began to flip through the Book of Wishes, which continues to shimmer with dazzling light. After sensing for a while, he helplessly said, "I'm sorry, Master. Fulfilling this wish would cause me to collapse." Lin Luo showed an expression that seemed to have expected this. The gap between S-Class and SSS Class is still too big, and according to the record, this celestial Master Liu should have other methods. I must prepare well. But before that, I should first go to the prison and give the Spirit Ascending Crystal to my brother to help him raise his talent level to S-Class. And with that, Lin Luo set off with his substitutes following behind him. Meanwhile, on the high tower of the Inspector Bureau's prison, 2 police inspectors were continuously clearing the huge locusts surrounding them. Ever since the white fog descended, a large number of insects have been attacking here every day. Suddenly, a giant locust seized the opportunity and rushed towards the 2 officers, who were immediately terrified into a corner. In that moment, a warrior rigged out in black armor appeared and killed the giant locust with a punch. The 2 police inspectors were stunned and couldn't regain their composure for a moment. The newcomer was Lin Luo with Dark Emperor. Standing on the giant locust, Lin Luo kindly said to the confused officer, "Officers, I am Zhou Dongxing's brother. I had an appointment to visit the prison today." The 2 inspectors immediately led Lin Luo to the prison entrance and politely said, "Your brother has been waiting for you inside, and thank you for saving us just now. I have reported your matter to the Warden. After your visit, he said he would like to talk to you." With the cooperation of the 2 police inspectors, Lin Luo quickly passed through various checkpoints and arrived at the reception room, where his brother was waiting for him behind a thick glass barrier. Being in his second life, he finally saw his brother Zhou Dongxing again, looking at the man in front of him, who appeared resolute yet slightly haggard. Lin Luo's myriad thoughts coalesced into a simple greeting. "Brother Zhou, it's been a long time." Zhou Dongxing, with undisguised concern on his face, said, "Little Luo, why are you here? There are man-eating monsters outside now. Are you hurt? Let me call someone to check on you." Lin Luo pursed his lips slightly, touched by his brother's worried tone, felt a surge of emotion, and barely holding back his tears, said with a choked voice, "Brother Zhou, you don't need to worry about me. No one can bully us anymore." Zhou Dongxing was momentarily stunned, sensing something unusual about his brother today. He quickly asked little Luo, "Tell me, did you suffer any grievances outside? Don't be afraid. Once I get out, I will." He trailed off, his voice lowering, and a look of dejection appeared on his face. He desperately wanted to help his brother, but he didn't know how long it would be before he could get out. Zhou Dongxing suddenly remembered the condition proposed by the Warden the previous night. If he agreed, he could be released sooner. With this thought, hope reignited in his eyes. "Don't worry, little Luo. I've thought of a way to get out. No matter who bullies you, I will seek justice for you." Lin Luo, seeing his brother's excitement, couldn't help but smile. "Brother Zhou, don't worry. No one can bully me now. I've brought you a gift. With it, you might be able to get out soon." Zhou Dongxing looked at him skeptically, but before he could speak, he suddenly felt a figure appear behind him. A palm struck his back, and an unimaginable power surged into his body. The police inspectors in the reception room immediately drew their weapons and aimed at Lin Luo, demanding in a low voice, "Put your hands up. Explain what you did right now." Lin Luo calmly raised his hands, reassuring them, "Gentlemen, don't be alarmed. I'm just giving my brother something. This thing disappears upon contact with the human body and isn't a dangerous item. It shouldn't be against the rules, right?" At that moment, Zhou Dongxing let out a hoarse roar. His body burst into crimson flames, and just like that his talent level rose from A-Class to S-Class. S-Class talent Courageous Heart, Red Bold. For every 3% reduction of the host's maximum health, 1% damage reduction is gained. With a knowing smile, Zhou Dongxing's attribute panel appeared publicly before Lin Luo and everyone. As the flames continued to burn, a knight clad in silver armor, surrounded by fierce flames, stepped out from the fire. An S-level Red Lotus Knight with strength of 170, 10 for normal people, agility of 140 with intelligence of 50, defense of 150 with HP of 6,000, energy of 90 with energy recovery speed of 1 point per hour, growth of 100 with 15 meters of action distance. It also has 2 skills which are Red Lotus Shield and Red Lotus Spear. The first activate Red Lotus Power which increase defense by 60 points and consume 1 point of energy every minute. And the latter also activate Red Lotus power, which attack with 50 points of burning damage, consuming 1 point of energy every minute. Zhou Dongxing, turning around and looking at the figure in disbelief, said, "Is this my substitute, Crimson Lotus Knight?" Lin Luo, seeing this impressive substitute, felt genuinely happy for his brother. "Brother Zhou, with his help, you can definitely earn merits in prison and get a reduced sentence." Zhou Dongxing, after retracting his substitute, did not show joy, but rather expressed urgency, asking, "Little Luo, what did you just use on me? Why did my talent level increase? Why didn't you keep such a precious thing for yourself?" Lin Luo reassured him with a smile, "Don't worry, brother, I still have more of it." Hearing this, Zhou Dongxing was all smiles as well. What they didn't know was that everything that had happened in the reception room was recorded by the surveillance system. In an office, a laptop was playing the footage of the recent events. The warden, Duan Qifeng, was intently watching the scene unfold, a slight smile appearing on his lips. Excitedly, he remarked, "Incredible. What treasure did he use to elevate Zhou Dongxing's talent to S-class?" After chatting for a long time with Zhou Dongxing, Lin Luo was reminded by the police inspectors that the visiting time was almost over. He quickly got up, said goodbye to his brother, and urged him to behave well and try to get out as soon as possible. As Lin Luo left the reception room, the police inspector accompanying him suddenly spoke. "Mr. Lin Luo, our warden would like to meet with you. He says he has a way to help your brother." Lin Luo's expression turned wicked, revealing that he had anticipated this. The Inspector Bureau's prison, isolated in the midst of the enveloping white fog, would obviously not let go of a powerful external ally so easily. Moments later, Lin Luo, following the inspector to an office on the 3rd floor, where Warden Duan Qifeng greeted him with a smile. "What a young hero you are, Lin Luo. I'm Duan Qifeng, the person in charge of this prison." Lin Luo, not showing any signs of intimidation, got straight to the point. "Hello, Uncle Duan. Did you call me here because there's something you need my help with?" Lin Luo silently thought, "As far as I know, the most advanced talent in the entire prison is only an A level. Now that I have an opportunity to improve my talent, I don't think anyone would be willing to miss it." Duan Qingfeng's eyes briefly flashed with surprise, but he didn't directly answer the question. Instead, he asked, "Do you know what really happened with your brother's case?" Lin Luo frowned slightly at the question. "What do you mean? Is there more to my brother's case?" In his previous life, his brother hadn't shared the specifics of his case when he was released. Lin Luo always felt there was something suspicious about his brother's case, but he didn't want to bring up painful memories and thus never inquired further. Duan Qingfeng's tone became more serious as he said, "What kind of case results in a 15-year sentence upon first trial? Your brother is just an unfortunate person who was used as a pawn by others." Lin Luo's eyes narrowed slightly, a hint of danger flashing in them. "Uncle Duan, could you please tell me more? As a return favor, I can help clear out the monsters around the prison." "There's no need to clear the monsters. They will be dealt with sooner or later," Duan Qifeng replied, satisfied with Lin Luo's willingness. He then leaned back in his chair with an intriguing smile on his face and slowly continued, "I saw through the surveillance how your brother's substitute awakened. You must have used something extraordinary." Lin Luo instantly understood the warden's implication. This old fox had a big appetite, likely wanting his SSS-class Spirit Ascending Crystal. Understanding this, Lin Luo smiled wryly. "Uncle Duan, the insider information you're offering might not be worth that price. After all, I can find out myself if you don't tell me." Duan Qifeng sipped his tea and then said, "What about reducing your brother's sentence?" Lin Luo's gaze sharpened. This was an offer he couldn't refuse. Although he was fully capable of breaking his brother out, Zhou Dongxing, with his upright and resolute character, would never agree to such a plan. A legitimate sentence reduction was the best solution. Seeing the change in Lin Luo's expression, Duan Qifeng continued, "Just give me something that can awaken a substitute, and we can negotiate anything." Lin Luo quickly responded with enthusiasm that could be arranged. "But first, Uncle Duan, tell me about the hidden details behind my brother's case." Duan Qifeng, feeling confident in his leverage, nonchalantly revealed, "Your brother was framed by the Wang Corporation." Lin Luo asked, puzzled, "Then, Uncle Duan, if you already knew my brother was framed, why has he been imprisoned for so long? Shouldn't the police be upholding justice?" Duan Qingfeng's gaze turned cold as he explained, "Little Luo, we live in a society governed by law. The Inspector Bureau conducts investigations based on evidence. All evidence pointed to your brother, so what choice did we have but to arrest him?" He added, and I only found out about the Wong Corporation's involvement later. Lin Luo couldn't help but snare inwardly, furiously gritting his teeth. His brother, an orphan with a criminal record, was an ideal scapegoat for the Wong Corporation. He would never believe that the Warden was unaware of this at the time. Duan Qifeng, noting Lin Luo's silence, stood up from his seat and continued with a meaningful tone. Lin Luo, take my advice. Don't think about revenge. He approached Lin Luo, saying, even with your S-class talents, the Wong Corporation is not to be trifled with. Placing his hand on Lin Luo's shoulders, Duan Qifeng said, Lin Luo, look to the future. The chance to reduce your brother's sentence is right in front of you. You should seize this opportunity. Seeing the almost patronizing look on Duan Qifeng's face, anger rose in Lin Luo's heart. And with a face of compromise, Lin Luo asked, then Uncle Duan, you're right. We, being insignificant, wouldn't dare to trouble the Wong Corporation. However, I don't have the spirit ascending crystal with me right now. I need to go back and get it for you. Upon hearing this, Duan Qifeng immediately became excited. So that thing is called the spirit ascending crystal. Then you must go and return quickly. Lin Luo left Duan Qifeng's office with respectful words, but as soon as he was out of sight, his expression turned cold. Greedy for someone else's belongings? Daring to covet something from me? He's really courting death. SSS class quality spirit ascending crystal was a rare item he obtained after using the power of the Book of Wishes several times. He had no intention of giving it to Duan Qifeng. It seemed that he had to find another way to reduce his brother's sentence. Meanwhile, back in the office, a police inspector entered and respectfully reported, Warden, the defense against the insect monsters has been set up. Would you like to take shelter in a safer place for a while? Duan Qifeng waved his hand dismissively. Just keep the outside secure. I'll stay here for the time being. He leisurely lit a cigarette, lost in thought. Once he obtained the spirit ascending crystal, his son could also awaken a substitute. Remembering Lin Luo's words, he scoffed disdainfully. Uphold justice? If I were to go against the Wong Corporation, not only I, but also my wife and children would end up dead. Suddenly, Dark Emperor appeared behind him and said, nice cigarette. Ha. Startled, Duan Qifeng dropped his cigarette and turned around in fear, shouting, who's there? Lin Luo, sitting on the window ledge with a smile, said, don't be afraid, Uncle Duan. It's me. Duan Qifeng's face brightened slightly. Have you brought the spirit ascending crystal already? Lin Luo jumped down from the window and said softly, you're mistaken. I'm here to delete you. In the next moment, Dark Emperor grabbed Duan Qifeng, slamming him against the wall with great force, denting it. Duan Qifeng, sitting on the ground, began to wail for help. Lin Luo smirked sinisterly and spoke coldly. No need to scream. Your voice won't leave this room. Master of Wishes, I wish that the answers to my questions will be truthful. Duan Qifeng, trembling, stood up and accused. I kindly told you about Zhou Dongxing. Why do you want to kill me? Lin Luo kicked him away angrily. Kindly told me, it seems like you were trying to exchange my brother's information for favors for me. Duan Qifeng fell on the ground helplessly. Lin Luo then broke Duan Qifeng's wrist with a stomp and demanded fiercely, speak up. Who in the Wong Corporation framed my brother? In pain and fear, Duan Qifeng confessed. It was Wang Hengji, the second son of the Wong Corporation. They stole relics from a museum and then framed your brother. When your brother kept claiming his innocence during the first trial, they offered him 100,000 yuan, which was around $14,003, and he agreed to take the blame. Suddenly, Dark Emperor struck Duan Qifeng's left leg. Lin Luo grabbed his hair and pulled him up. Just $14,003 to willingly serve 15 years? Do you think I'm a fool? Duan Qifeng, breaking into a cold sweat again, confessed. Actually, it was 500,000 yuan, which was around $70,019. I embezzled 400,000 yuan, which was also around $56,015, and kept Zhou Dongxing in prison because I feared he would cause trouble if released. Lin Luo continued his interrogation. With such greed, your illegal income must be substantial. Where is it hidden? Lin Luo turned to Master of Wishes. Master of Wishes, understanding Lin Luo's actions, said, all right, Master. And just like that, reluctantly, under the influence of the Book of Wishes, Duan Qifeng disclosed. I have an illegal income of 94 million, which was around $13,164,164, all in cash. Hidden in a compartment in the basement of Building 14 in Wuling No. 1 residential area. Also, there are 493 Wheel of Fate single draw tickets in my belt. Lin Luo swiftly searched Duan Chi Feng and retrieved a thick stack of tickets, a satisfied smile on his face. Duan Chi Feng, seeing the tickets in Lin Luo's hands, trembled and shouted at him, "You lawless brat." Lin Luo, counting the stack of tickets, responded with a smirk. "You call me lawless?" He then placed his foot on Duan Qingfeng's face and continued, "Your money and these Wheel of Fate single-draw tickets were clearly extorted from prisoners. You are the real lawbreaker." Just then, a swarm of giant locusts smashed through the glass and charged in. Lin Luo, seeing this, quipped, "Uncle Duan, rest well here. I won't kill you, but life is full of surprises, right?" With that, he left the room. Duan Chi Feng cursed at his retreating figure. "Lin Luo, you won't die a good death." Meanwhile, outside the prison, the defensive line had been breached by the insect monsters. The police inspectors, armed with weapons, were being deleted effortlessly as they struggled against the overwhelming number of insects. Inspector Lian Fan observed the situation from behind cover when Zhou Dongxing approached, offering his help. The prison cells had been compromised by the insect invasion, and many prisoners had escaped. But Zhou Dongxing, righteous and kind, chose to help as soon as he was free. Yin Fan, moved by Zhou Dongxing's sincerity, promised to advocate for his sentence reduction. Then, the towering Crimson Lotus Knight appeared behind Zhou Dongxing. Just then, a giant locust rapidly charged towards Zhou Dongxing. And just when the giant locust's attack could get close, it was immediately blocked by a shield from the Crimson Lotus Knight. With a sharpened senses, Zhou Dongxing noticed and turned his head. The knight quickly cleared the surrounding swarm, demonstrating the formidable power of an S-class substitute. Lian Fan experienced firsthand the terror of an S-class substitute. Lin Luo, observing from behind a wall, had considered helping Lian Fan, the only inspector who had spoken for his brother years ago. With his brother's assistance, Lin Luo realized his help was unnecessary, and Zhou Dongxing had earned an opportunity for sentence reduction. Lin Luo reflected on the years his brother spent protecting him from the shadows, hoping Zhou Dongxing could now leave prison with honor and live in the light. He decided to shoulder the world's darkness himself from now on. As he pondered, a voice reached Lin Luo's ears. "I'm finally free. Let the monsters wreak havoc. Once I'm out, no one can catch me." Lin Luo quickly looked around, but there was no one in sight. He then summoned Master of Wishes and asked for information about the mysterious voice. Master of Wishes, after consulting the Book of Wishes, respectfully informed him, "Respected Master, the individual's name is Gao Qi, an S-class talent awakener, previously sentenced to life imprisonment for child trafficking." A cold look crossed Lin Luo's eyes. "A child trafficker? Despicable. Master of Wishes, I wish for all invisibility abilities to become ineffective in my presence." The next moment, a middle-aged man in prison clothes appeared near Lin Luo, his body gradually becoming visible. He was bewildered, not understanding why his talent suddenly failed. Lin Luo approached him casually, taunting, "Trying to escape prison with such meager skills?" Gao Qi, shocked, summoned his substitute, Shadow of the Purple Vine, and lashed out at Lin Luo. But Lin Luo, far from intimidated, smiled. He felt lucky to encounter another S-class talent awakener in the prison, especially a heinous criminal like a child trafficker. With Master of Wishes information, Lin Luo knew Gao Qi was an unforgivable human trafficker, removing any hesitation he might have had about dealing with him. Gao Qi, still in shock, couldn't understand how Lin Luo so easily evaded his substitute's attack and made his talent ineffective. Lin Luo, seeing Gao Qi's nervousness, opened his arms wide in a friendly gesture. He then smiled and said, "Don't be nervous. I'm not a bad person." This only made Gao Qi more anxious as he gritted his teeth, thinking Lin Luo might be an undercover cop sent by the Inspector Bureau. Gao Qi again commanded his substitute, Shadow of the Purple Vine, to attack Lin Luo. But Dark Emperor stepped forward and blocked all his assaults. Suddenly, vines rose under Gao Qi's feet, lifting him towards the prison wall. Staring back at Lin Luo, Gao Qi smirks and silently thought that as soon as he gets past this tall wall, he will regain his freedom. His talent, Hermit, not only granted him invisibility, but also made his scent undetectable, even to the most sensitive police dogs. However, a flash of a blade swiftly passed, and Gao Qi's world spun. He glimpsed a beautiful young girl in a maid outfit, slowly sheathing her knife. Gao Qi's body fell from midair, and the image of Shadow of the Purple Vine dissipated. To activate your S-level talent Plunder, please choose one of the 4 target attribute values, talent effects, skill effects, and soul power to plunder. Lin Luo approached Gao Qi's body and activated his Plunder talent. The S-level talent Plunder is activated. Lin Luo stared at the attribute panel. Congratulations on successfully plundering the target's talent and obtaining the S-level talent Hermit, an S-level talent which allowed you to become invisible within 2 seconds. In the stealth state, the body odor will also disappear at the same time. And when launching an attack, the invisibility state will disappear. Duration of 1 hour and cooling time of a day. The acquisition of a new talent, Hermit, gave Lin Luo a significant edge in his upcoming battle against Lu Yu. The ability to launch a surprise attack while being invisible can greatly increase his chances of victory, despite the 1-hour usage limitation per day, which he viewed as a reasonable restriction for an S-class talent. Lin Luo then casually summons his new substitute. An S-level talent, Purple Shadow Vine with strength of 200, 10 for normal people. Agility of 40 with intelligence of 3, defense of 30 with growth of 80. Each Purple Shadow Vine has 700 health points. Energy of 145 of 150 with energy recovery speed of 1 point per hour. An action distance of 30 meters. It has a skill, Savage Growth, which summon any number of Purple Shadow Vine on any ground within the action range. Each summoning of Purple Shadow Vine requires 5 points of energy. If it is intact when recovered, 4 points of energy will be restored, and if it is damaged, 2 points of energy will be restored. No cooldown time. A skill also called Purple of the Hermit. Any object it comes into contact with non-living target can be temporarily inactivated. Invisibility for 5 seconds, and will not be revealed during any action. Energy consumption of 10 with no cooldown time. And finally, a fire characteristic called Fear of Fire, which doubles damage from fire and thunder attributes. Staring at the attribute panel, Lin Luo silently thought, this substitute just makes up for the shortcomings of the Hermit's attack appearance, and it is powerful and numerous, so it is a good control skill. Suddenly, Lin Luo felt a slight throbbing at his forehead, and quickly checked his talent, noticing a forbidden mark next to the talent effects. It seemed that possessing 9 S-class talents and substitutes was the limit for Plunder. However, Lin Luo was not worried as he had already planned his next move. An hour later, in the Novice Dungeon Wolf Valley, Lin Luo had just defeated the final boss, the triple-headed Wind Wolf. This achievement awarded him a Wheel of Fate single draw ticket, adding this to the 493 tickets he acquired from Duan Qifeng in his existing collection. He now had a total of 500 tickets. With the addition of the Master of Wishes enhancement, he was confident he could upgrade his Plunder talent from S-class to SS class. Excitedly, Lin Luo summoned the massive Wheel of Fate and made a wish. The next 500 consecutive draws will surely yield enough Spirit Ascending Crystals to upgrade Dark Emperor to SS class. Additionally, increase my luck to the maximum limit the Book of Wishes can withstand and ensure no longevity pills appear. Master of Wishes busily flipped through the Book of Wishes, which seemed almost worn out from the extensive use. Lin Luo watched the pointer on the Wheel of Fate spin rapidly, hoping to acquire Spirit Ascending Crystals. As Lin Luo stared, he silently thought that what is most needed now is Spirit Ascension Crystal. As long as there are enough Ascension Crystals, he could significantly enhance his power. After a short wait, Lin Luo commanded the Wheel of Fate to stop. 500 different beams of light of different colors rushed out of the Wheel of Fate in an instant as the pointer stopped completely. For a moment, it was as if the stars in the sky fell to the earth, turning into a sea of starlight in front of Lin Luo's eyes. His ears were filled with multiple system notifications. Congratulations on obtaining the SSS level Spirit Upgrading Crystal, Brilliant Diamond, Effect. Improve a substitute's experience points required for level promotion. Congratulations on obtaining the SS level Spirit Upgrading Crystal, Gold, Effect. Increase the experience points required for substitute level promotion. Congratulations on getting S-level Spirit Upgrading with 3 times Purple Crystal. He had obtained at least 3 SSS-class Spirit Ascending Crystals, several SS-class and S-class, and over 50 crystals of various levels in total. Lin Luo's face was filled with joy. Not bad at all. Handing a substantial number of the Spirit Ascending Crystals to Dark Emperor, Lin Luo said excitedly, "Begin the advancement." "Thank you, Master." As Dark Emperor effortlessly crushed the Spirit Ascending Crystals, a surge of immense power flowed into both him and Lin Luo. In the next moment, Lin Luo's Plunder talent upgraded to SS class. Checking his updated talent panel, Lin Luo's lips curled into a smile. Congratulations on your SS level talent. Plunder. Effect. When a life is taken, you can choose to plunder all the values of a certain attribute, talent effects limit 19, skill effects limit 39, and soul power. And you can choose to make one of the powers into a king's jade that can be used by anyone, or you can extract a certain talent or power in your body and make it into a king's jade that can be used by anyone and has a cooling time of 10 hours. The forbidden symbol had disappeared, replaced with the word limit 19. This indicated that his SS class talent could now plunder up to 19 talents. Furthermore, with the skill king's jade, he could transfer unwanted or surplus talents to others. Dark Emperor 2 had undergone a transformation. His black armor gleamed more brightly and his 6-dimensional attributes had significantly increased. An SS level substitute, Dark Emperor with an increased experience value of 95, strength of 354 with 140 increase, agility of 322 with 110 increase, intelligence of 12 with just an increase, defense of 117 with 150 increase, HP of 10,080 with 5,000 increase, energy of 100 with 50 increase, growth of 200 with 100 increase, an operating distance of 29 meters with 11 increase, an energy recovery rate of 1 point every 15 minutes. Additionally, he gained 2 new skills, Fist of Invasion, which could plunder attributes and abilities from opponents' substitutes, and Flame of the Dark Emperor, causing defense-ignoring fire damage. Lin Luo then said to himself, "It's just that the next upgrade will require 1,000 experience points. But even if I am not born with SSS level talent, I can still improve quickly if I have the Plunder talent." Turning to Master of Wishes, Lin Luo said, "Now it's your turn to advance." After a short while, Master of Wishes also completed his upgrade, appearing even more mysterious. An SS level substitute, Master of Wishes with strength of 40 with an increase of 20, 10 for normal people, agility of 60 with an increase of 20, intelligence of 260 with 180 increase, defense of 55 and an increase of 15, HP of 5,000 with 1,000 increase, energy of 505 with an increase of 150, energy recovery rate of 1 point every half hour, growth of 160 with an increase of 180, and an operating distance of 25 meters with an increase of 110. The Overload Existence skill, which means that SS level substitute itself is too powerful, and it needs to appear in reality. Now the continuous consumption of energy will consume 1 point of energy every hour. His attribute panel revealed a new skill, Wishes Come True, enhancing the success rate of fulfilling outlandish wishes. Consumption depends on the difficulty of the wish and no cooldown time. While the Book of Wishes skill could realize wishes by consuming energy, some extravagant wishes could drain all of Master of Wishes' energy and cause a collapse. Consumption is also determined according to the difficulty of realizing the wish and no cooldown time. Wishes Come True mitigated this risk. Lin Luo then opened the attribute panel for his talent Book of Wishes. The 3 forms of Heart's Desire had been greatly enhanced. Heart's Desire, 100 battles, the hit rate and critical hit rate are increased by 30% with 10% increase. At the same time, the experience gained from killing monsters is multiplied by 3 times. Heart's Desire, Iron Wall had increased from 20% to 30%, coupled with the 15% innate critical hit rate of his new weapon, Heart of Oblivion, and the 30% boost from Heart's Desire 100 battles. His attacks now had nearly a 50% chance to critically hit. Additionally, Heart's Desire, Good Luck, which amplified luck, had improved from 10-fold to 15-fold, promising even more exhilarating experiences in future draws. Master of Wishes respectfully bowed and said, "Great Master, I praise you and thank you for granting me a new life." Afterwards, Lin Luo summoned Lady Kagaya and began to enhance her talent level. Upon reaching SS class, Lady Kagaya appeared even more beautiful and her attribute panel shows an SS level of substitute, Lady Kagaya with strength of 220 with an increase of 100, 10 for ordinary person, agility of 330 with 130 increase, intelligence of 50 with an increase of 120, defense of 40 with 10 increase, HP of 6,500 with an increase of 2,000. Growth of 190 with an increase of 60 and an action distance of 110 meters with an increase of 20. Energy of 270 with 190 increase and energy recovery rate of 1 point every 5 minutes. An Overload Existence skill which implies that an SS level substitutes are too powerful and their appearance in reality requires continuous energy consumption. Lady Kagaya's energy consumption is for each hour. 1 point of energy will be consumed. Her Rainy Night umbrella now has the defense increased by 500 points with 100 increase. Exceeding damage will only deduct energy. Every 150 damage, 150 resisted will consume 1 point of energy. Also, her sword has the attack carries 270 with 170 extra points of real damage, consuming 2 points of energy every second. On rainy nights, consumption is reduced by 60% with 10% increase. Lady Kagaya has acquired 2 new skills called Beauty Under the Moon and Moonlight. Beauty Under the Moon. When there is no rain at night, every time you are attacked or when the attack hits an enemy, a layer of moonlight effect will be added to the enemy, lasting for 30 seconds, with a maximum of 10 layers. With moonlight, the defense is weakened by 3% and the attack power is reduced by 1%. When moonlight disappears, a shattering effect will appear. Each layer causes 100 points of real damage to the target. Each time the moonlight effect is applied to the enemy, a little energy is spent. This skill can continuously stack negative attributes on the enemy and increase true damage. Although Lady Kagaya looks like a delicate and beautiful young girl in terms of combat power alone, she is even stronger than Dark Emperor without considering other skill effects. Lin Luo then entrusted the remaining crystals to Master of Wishes, asking him to distribute them on his behalf, while he began to contemplate the upcoming life or death battle. Now, with 5 SS-class substitutes under his command, he believed that most SSS-class awakeners would not be a match for him. However, according to the Future Diary, the Celestial Master Lu Yu is definitely not an ordinary SS-class awakener and must have other tactics. The Fist of Invasion from Dark Emperor might be his only chance of victory. Meanwhile, at the entrance of the Tomb of Tears' secret realm, Lu Yu is waiting for Dark Emperor's arrival, believing that Dark Emperor would come here again to farm energy. Once Dark Emperor was defeated, Lu Yu planned to establish his own Celestial Master sect. Just then, the disaster-voiding talisman on Lu Yu's forehead suddenly flashed brightly and a sense of imminent danger overwhelmed him. He quickly turned his head just as a lightning-fast fist flew past his face. Lin Luo's cold voice rang out beside him, quick reflexes. "I was hoping to catch you off guard and delete you." Lu Yu got up, not knowing Dark Emperor's real identity, asked, "Who are you? How dare you attack me?" Lin Luo raised his hand and points at Lu Yu with a dead serious tone. "Me? I'm here to kill you." A mocking smile appeared on Lu Yu's face as he looked down on Lin Luo and questioned, "Kill me? Who gave you the courage to rely on this substitute of yours?" Lin Luo, who has been preparing for this battle since yesterday, had no time to dilly-dally. Just then, Lady Kagaya immediately launched at Lu Yu with her sword in hand. Seeing this, Lu Yu, being the Celestial Master, shouts, "The Heavenly Lord reveals his Holy Spirit. Tianzuan's Majesty, help me." Suddenly, an old man with a treasured weapon and a majestic look appeared behind him. The old man's hand gently waves his treasured weapon, which seems to be a jade rui, and an invisible force exploded towards Lady Kagaya. Lady Kagaya was keenly aware that something was wrong, instantly switched her sword to her rainy umbrella. And still in midair with her rainy umbrella, she bores the full force of the Jade Rui's attack. As Lady Kagaya was being suppressed, Lu Yu majestically walked towards Lin Luo, demanding to know who ordered Lin Luo to kill him. Lin Luo looked at Lu Yu with his substitute slowly approaching him. His face became grim, as if he didn't expect Lu Yu to be so powerful. After a few steps, Lu Yu naturally noticed the change in Lin Luo's expression, and couldn't help but reveal a sarcastic smile on his lips. "If you insist on not speaking, then kneel down." And just like that, a loud shout resonates throughout the entire area. The majestic old man behind Lu Yu raised his Jade Rui in his hand again. A surging force of the old man's Jade Rui instantly pressed against Lin Luo. And just when Lu Yu showed a mocking look on his face, Lin Luo suddenly retreats backwards and summons Master of Wishes, stating loudly, "Give me all the strength to subside. Dark Emperor's attack will be unstoppable." "As you command, my master." Master of Wishes respectfully replied. He then said to Dark Emperor to blow Lu Yu up. "Yes, master." As Dark Emperor dashes towards him, Lu Yu also noticed Lady Kagaya doing the same from behind. At this moment, the suppression effect of Tianzuan Majesty strangely failed. Seeing this, Lu Yu immediately got alarmed, facing the flanking attacks of 2 SS-level combat substitutes. At the critical moment, he roared violently, "Thunder God, Guanyin, help me." Immediately after saying those words, Lu Yu suddenly disappeared with the sound of air explosion, halting Lady Kagaya in her tracks and leaving a trail of dust behind. And in front of Dark Emperor, an exquisite jade bottle suddenly appeared out of thin air. Without much thought, Dark Emperor immediately smashed the jade bottle. Seeing this scene, Lin Luo was a bit puzzled, not being able to believe what was unfolding in front of him. Momentarily self-shocked, he commented, "How come?" A somewhat stream of clear light aura came out of the jade instantly as Dark Emperor Iron Fist collided with it. Lin Luo saw this scene and knew his opponent definitely wouldn't be taken down so easily, so he directly ordered both Dark Emperor and Lady Kagaya to return. Liu suddenly appeared with his hands folded behind his back. Behind him, besides the majestic-looking old man, a female Taoist with a holy face and a vase in her hand appeared. Liu looked at this strange young man and suddenly a flash of apprehension flashed in his mind. Seeing three substitutes behind Lin Luo, he was curious and he couldn't help but whisper, "Are you the Dark Emperor?" Behind Lin Luo, who was standing in the distance, stood a burly figure covered in black armor and surrounded by magic flames, a beautiful girl in a short maiden skirt with an innocent look, and a man in somewhat black robe. Lin Luo grinned and said, "That's right. Lu Yu, use your full strength. Otherwise, you will die here today." Liu frowned slightly when he heard this, although he didn't understand why the Dark Emperor suddenly attacked him. Is it because he was reborn and knew that I would kill him, so he struck first? Forget it, it doesn't matter either way. He has a 1,000-year heritage and possesses the highest SSS level talent. Beckoning Lin Luo with his finger, Liu arrogantly replied, "Really? Compared to a fight, I, the great celestial master, have never been afraid of anyone." And with that said, his face became ferocious. "Okay, since you were so looking for death, then I will teach you a lesson. Don't think it's amazing that you have 3 substitutes?" He pinched his fingers, pointed to the sky, and shouted majestically, "Dongma Tianzuan, help me." Before he finished speaking, a thick white beam of massive light with a radius of about 500 meters was instantly shot from the sky by a strong wind, causing a huge blast as it hit the earth. The immediate impact also caused an enormous gush of dusty wind, which made Lin Luo and his substitutes brace for impact. Then, a giant hand emerges from the dusty fog, shocking Lin Luo and making him wonder out loud. Is this an SSS level summon?